Just 6 months ago, I was lost, addicted, distracted, and quite frankly, miserable. Now, I wake up every day with purpose, and I understand that the path that I'm on is going to lead me to success. That being said, I want to show you this mindset change that I adopted in order to help you understand why I'm so confident in my journey and how you can be more confident in yours. What I had to do was start from scratch. I had to realize that I was nobody and I had done nothing with my life so far. And whatever I had in my brain prior to that was not going to lead me to success. I had to tear my framework down and understand that in order to build the life that I want to live, I'm going to have to start building the person that I need to be. Along this path of truth, I somehow fell in love with the process. I began to love the everyday wins and the small things that I realized were improving upon myself instead of looking for validation through other people and the internet. Truth is, it's not about the numbers, it's not about how you look or how you feel about what people think about you. I used to chase the results, the numbers, and the validation, but now all I seek is further truth and personal development. After following this path enough, I realized that the opinions of the people around me were only based off the reality that they themselves had created, not the one that I wanted to live. When you begin to follow this more righteous path, you'll realize that by following truth and genuinely being yourself, you're now not supported by everyone else, but supported by God Himself. When you move with truth, you no longer need validation, and you move with confidence that the path that you're on is going to lead you to the success that's going to bring you fulfillment in life. Don't get me wrong, this is not a walk in the park. As I mentioned earlier, just 6 months ago, I was on a very different path in life. Fueled by pleasure, distraction, bad relationships, and terrible habits, I found myself in a dark pit. I eventually realized that no amount of pleasure is ever going to be able to fill this dark pit, and it forced me to make a decision. No matter how far down you are in this pit, I'm here to remind you that the moment you start to seek truth over pleasure is when you begin to rebuild your life. It's almost as if the universe says, okay, now that you're ready for truth, let me show you why you went through that pain to begin with. When you begin to move with true conviction towards truth, you no longer start to worry about what other people are thinking and what the numbers are saying. You begin to base your life off of how much you're succeeding and actually improving the lives of yourself and the people around you. When you start moving with truth, your excuses fade away and the desire to do things that hold you back from your goals eventually dissipates. This path is not easy, and you will face challenges along this road, but it's the road that you chose, not the ones that others chose for you. If you feel lost right now and don't know how to improve your life and are worried about the judgment of others, it's not because you're broken or not fitting in with society, it's because you're misaligned with truth. I suggest starting by getting really, really honest with yourself. Whose opinion do you care far too much about? What habits do you have that are preventing you from actually being successful? And if you did start to move towards this life of success, what would that really look like? Sober up and take some time to yourself. Sit alone for a moment and genuinely ask yourself these questions and understand that the life that you've built so far is not the one that you want and you're ready to become something else. If you genuinely do this with the intention of improving your life and the lives of others around you, the path will be glaringly obvious. It's not a coincidence. This is clarity. I wholeheartedly believe that a lot of the answers that you'll get when you ask yourselves these questions are going to have to do with loving yourself and others, creating things of value, and serving other people. It's just my personal opinion, so take it with a grain of salt. But if you do find something that falls under one of those three categories, I suggest that you move forward with intention and the faith that it's going to help you feel more fulfilled. Most people quit because they measure their growth in dollar signs or views instead of value. The moment I changed the game to measuring the value that I'm bringing to myself and other people, it became way more fun and rewarding. And I hope that you can start playing this game too. When you start moving with truth, the world begins to connect. The doors open, the opportunities come, and eventually you start to see the results. The problem is, if the only thing that you're focused on is results, there's likely going to be a long time period where you don't see any of that and you're still worried about the world's approval. Put the vanity aside, put the numbers, fans, and fame to the curb, and start focusing on love, creation, and service to others. Eventually, this video will become proof that my mindset is the foundation of what gave me my success later on in life. I'm not saying this to be cocky. My mission is to help people understand that the moment you start walking in truth, life begins to get a lot more beautiful. This video will eventually prove that faith and discipline are a formula and not a fairy tale. So this is me at the start. Just 46 subscribers, no team, no hype, just truth. If you're watching this right now, I'm sure you were meant to see it. At the rate that I've been going, this video is likely only to get 15 to 25 views. This is your reminder that you can start over today or whenever you like. Sooner is honestly better, but you can build faith, discipline, and purpose from nothing, anytime. Someday, people will be able to look back at this video and realize that this was the turning point, not just for me, but for everyone who decided to believe in themselves before the results showed up. Stay tuned, guys. There's a lot more coming. I really appreciate you guys watching this video, and I'm very glad that you stayed to the end. If you do like content like this, go ahead and like, subscribe, put a comment down below. Let me know what I'm doing right. Let me know what I'm doing wrong. Like I said, this channel is extremely early. I could be making a lot of mistakes, and feedback from you guys would be huge right now. If you guys are new to this channel, I will be coming out with a video every day of October. So please, if you guys like this content, go ahead and give me a subscribe. I'm going to stay committed, and I'm going to keep giving you guys all of my best, most valuable stuff. All right, guys. God bless and good luck.